everyone, happy Topic Tuesday. For Topic Tuesday today we are going to talk about the favorites that I had for the month of May. I have an assortment of things in front of me here, so we will just go ahead and get started. I'm wearing some of them today. I usually try to wear as many of them as I can, but what I have going on later today, I needed to be a little more, you know, a tad more subdued in my face. So anyway, let's just get started. I want to talk about something from the shower first. And this is the L'Occitane Amande, I think, shower oil. So when I went shopping in Pittsburgh and some subscribers came and met me for some shopping, my friend Amber, she was buying this and I was like, hey, what are you doing? What's going on with that? And she said that she uses this to shave her legs. So I have been doing this. Love it. I think you could, and maybe in the winter I would, use this to cleanse your whole body. But I really like it for shaving. I feel like it gives me a little bit closer shave. I've never been a huge fan of shaving creams and that sort of thing. I will use them if I, you know, get them here and there or whatever. But generally I use whatever soap I have in there or a conditioner I'm not loving. But this is what I'm using going forward. I really like this. It does smell a little bit like almond flavored Play-Doh. That's what I think. Amber, you'll have to tell me if that's what you think as well, but I really like it. I really like it. I've been using, and I talked about this in my hair basket, and for your reference, if I mention any videos, I will list them below for you. I mentioned this in my hair basket video. This is the Suave Moroccan Infusion Moroccan Argan Styling Oil. I have liked this a lot more than I thought I would. I am, you know, I'm pretty diehard to my macadamia nut oil, but this is very nice. You know, sometimes I'm afraid that maybe a cheaper oil, not that this is super cheap because I think it's like $13, but sometimes I'm afraid that a more, you know, a cheaper oil will make my hair a tad more, just look more oily rather than doing what a hair oil is supposed to do. I don't feel that with this one, so I really, big fan. And you can get that at the drugstore. Speaking of drugstore things, I do have two fails, by the way. I don't like to keep them to the end, but since I've already started, I guess I'll save them for the end. This is the Burt's Bees Intense Hydration Night Cream with Clary Sage. And I like this. I am so surprised. I mentioned this in my skincare basket video. That's how much I've used it, and you can see how thick it is. I find this to be moisturizing enough for me, and again, I have dry skin. I feel like I talk about that all the time, but I have dry skin. It's not as dry now as it is in the winter, certainly. But I really like this. I am very impressed with how this sinks into my skin. It doesn't sit on top of my skin. My skin feels very nice the next morning. Absolutely, hands down, a fan of that. Let me push my fails out of the way here. Okay, I have two under eye concealer things that I want to talk about. This one was sent to me by my friend Sandy from Miss May 27, and this is a Bourjois 123 Perfect CC Eye Cream, and mine is in the color, I'm trying to see if it has a color on it. It might have on the package. I'm going to assume it's some sort of light. The only thing I don't like about this is how it comes out. It drives me absolutely crazy. Okay, I felt the need to clean it up because I couldn't take it. So that's what the product looks like. It's kind of a skinny, kind of like the size of the Maybelline Lumi. And you twist it and it comes up through here, and this kind of has this like rubberized thing. I don't like that. But it says that it's 24-hour hydration, and I really believe that that is the case. It's very moisturizing, and it has just enough coverage and brightness to it. Really a great product. I'm big fan of that. So if you can get Bourjois, and I know there are some sites that sell like ASOS and that sort of thing that sell into the United States. I hate to not include it because there are people that can get Bourjois that would like to know about it. Okay, the next thing I have, and I will do a full review on this and the other product that goes along with this, but this is a fave. The other one, not so much. This is the Covergirl The Depuffer in 320 Fair Light. So it has a metal tip applicator like this, so you kind of squeeze it up, and I use it, I will kind of go back and forth a little bit, but then I grab a brush and or my finger and, you know, work it into the skin. This is very moisturizing. If you don't have dry under eyes, I'm not sure that you would like this, and again, I'll do more of a in-depth review, but if you have dry under eyes, I think you would like this. I feel like there's decent enough coverage for me. I don't have really dark under eyes, so keep that in mind as well, but I like this a lot. Very, very much. Okay, I should have started with this, but I didn't. Because it comes before all of those things, you know. This is the Neutrogena primer. I just did a review on this product. Very impressed with this. Stunned. I can't remember if I talked about it in last month's favorites or not, but I decided it was worth a mention again. This has SPF 15 in it, and it really is a great primer, and I'll put the, if you want a more in-depth review, I will link that below, but it does what it's a primer. It's not going to moisturize. It's not mattifying. It just makes your skin look healthy, and it's great. It makes my foundation wear much longer. Ones that don't normally last that long, it makes them last longer. Really, I've enjoyed that as well. For face color products, I have a couple of bronzing kind of I'll just tell you. So the first one is the Mary Kay bronzing powder, and this was sent to me by Influencer. As you guys know, anybody can be part of Influencer. I'm going to take it out of its package so I don't drop it. And this is the bronze, it's called bronzer in light medium. Okay, so I had a slight camera situation there, so if it looks different, that's why. So this is what the product looks like. And I'm going to give you a little swatch. You can see there's some sheen to it. So for some reason, this bronzer just gives you a really lovely glow. As I said, I don't normally like a bronzer with any sheen or shimmer to it, but I really have enjoyed this one. I feel like it kind of gives you, I put it in kind of the 3E, so where the sun would hit. And a lot of people asked me, and when I mentioned that in my last video, to do a video on what I'm talking about with that. So I plan on doing a full face tutorial, I use that term loosely, in the future, and I will show you what I mean about that. But at any rate, it lasts all day. I really like it. It's a great product. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is, this is the only product that I got from this MAC collection, because I knew that I would use it and like it, and I know that I'll feel badly talking about it in the future, but in my one of my videos recently where I mentioned this, somebody said they had called like the Mall of America Nordstrom or whatever. They were just calling around to different Nordstroms, and she was able to find all of the products she was looking for. So keep that in mind. So this is the bronzer in Aphrodite Shell, and if you have, as I throw things around, if you have light skin like me, I don't think much darker would appreciate this at all. But if your skin, I'm an NC20, NC25, I love this product for the same kind of thing as I was using the Mary Kay for. I was using that kind of first part of the month and this second part of the month. Just again in that 3E to, after you put on your foundation, put some dimension back into your face to just really kind of bronze you up, but in a way that a light-skinned girl can handle, if that makes any sense. Oh, sometimes I wonder about myself, but really have loved this. I talked to a couple of people that weren't loving how it applied. I had suggested her to try a different brush. If you are trying this with a fluffier brush, not liking it, if you have the Sephora 55, try that. The Real Techniques multitasker brush would be another one. You need one that has a little more oomph to it to pick up the product, because it is a lighter product, but I like that one a lot. And the last thing I want to talk about in the bronzing realm is my Benefit Dallas. Sarah from Print Prowess Shine mentioned that she had been using this to kind of deepen up right back here. And I have been doing that as well, and really, really have enjoyed it. So pull that back out if you have that in the depths of your collection. And then the last couple of face products I want to talk about is I have found the magic in the Hourglass powders. So I've been using this, which is up until recently the only Hourglass powder that I have. And I don't know if I mentioned this last month or not, so I apologize if I did. But the one that I'm really liking is this one, which is the Dim Light. I really, really like how that looks. Just dust it all over my face after I'm done kind of with everything else. I really have been liking that. The other two are nice. This is the Radiant Light and then the Iridescent Light. This is back in stock again, so I'll link that below, but I'm also going to link just the Dim Light so you can kind of go see what that looks like, because that is the one I think is the winner from that trio, at least for me. And then for highlight, I think I have had this in the favorites before, but I want to mention it again. This is the Laura Mercier Baked Highlight 01. And I actually think it's called, is it called Matte? Matte Radiance. It's not matte. That's what it looks like. And this is what I have on my highlight, on my cheeks today. It's just nice when you want kind of a, like I think I said before, subtle, but kind of it's like it's coming from within you. I hate using the phrases that everybody else uses all the time, but it does just look like it's coming forth from the heavens. Okay, for eyeshadow, I just have a couple of quick favorites. One of them is the Bare Minerals High Shine. The one I've been liking particularly is in Meteorite, and these are the ones that pop open like that. I want you to see, and just have a lovely sheen to them. Look at that. Hello. And these are going away. So if you want these, there are maybe 8 shades, something like that. They're going away, which is sad. Very sad. But I don't know why they're going away, but I really like them. So I just wanted to mention that I have worn that a bunch, and that is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is this month, up until about a week and a half ago, I have been pretty much wearing MAC shadows through the whole month, for the most part, because I kind of rediscovered them after doing Sandy's tag, your Ultimate 15 Pan palette, MAC palette, and I just kind of have fallen back in love with my MAC shadows. And in the past week or so, I've been, you know, working with some other ones that I'm full on in love with, but I will talk about those in the future, I promise. So I just wanted to mention those two things. A couple of, actually before I go to brushes, I just want to reference this again. So this is the Jordana 12-Hour Made to Last and Espresso Last. I know I've talked about this a bunch, and actually it's in my, this is my To Use It Up. I have no problem using this daily. I love this. It stays put. If you guys haven't tried this, just give it a shot. It's what, a couple dollars at, you can usually find it at Walgreens, some Kmarts. I think that's it. I'm not positive. I'm sure you can find it online as well. Jordana Made to Last Liquid Eyeliner Pencil, Espresso Last. Absolutely love it. I wear it almost every day in my upper waterline as well as my upper lash line. Really like that. And then I'm going to give these a mention just one more time. I did a review recently on these, and this is the Pixie, let me just call it, the Endless Silky Eye Pen. These are great as well. I mean, just great. The kit of these, I think, is $18 for 5 of them. There are 5 colors. I have enjoyed using all of them. I had brought them out again to use them throughout the month so that I could do the review that I did. Love them. Absolutely love them. They go on very well. I'll link that review below if you want to see the swatches and that sort of thing. Awesome. Okay, lip products. I have a couple of liners and one lipstick. So the lipstick I will just talk about. I've worn this a bunch in quite a few videos as well. This is the double-ended, and I think you can get this in full size as well, but I will find a link below, of course. This is the Bite Beauty lipstick in Palomino. I mean, would you ever have thought, especially those of you that have been around quite some time, would you ever have thought that that's a color I would have in my favorites? I just was wearing this in, I don't remember which video, but I was just wearing this in a couple videos back, and I have enjoyed wearing that. Okay, a couple of lip liners to share with you guys. These are just a couple of, or this one in particular is one that I use regularly. I have a couple of them, kind of by accident. But this is the NYX lip liner in Natural, and this is just a nice one that goes with a whole bunch of different lipsticks. And I just wasn't sure if I had ever mentioned it before. But it's just a basic good lip liner. Stays put, works really well. Another one that I want to talk about, last month I talked about the Rimmel Exaggerate in Enchanted, and I kind of went back into my collection and had forgotten and pulled this one out. This is the Rimmel Enchanted Exaggerate liner. The Rimmel Exaggerate Full Color Lip Liner in Pure. It's really pretty for the summer, and these are very nice. You can go all, you know, line your lips and then fill them completely in with this. It's a really nice bright color, or you can use another, you know, obviously another lipstick over the top of that. Delightful. Okay, the last, I have a couple of brushes for you, and then a random, and then a fail. Okay, I better get going. I feel like I've been talking a lot. This is the Bobbi Brown powder brush. That's all it's called. There's no number. And I have been loving this for this bronzer or for any bronzer. Not the Aphrodite Shell, not that one. But I have been loving this for my Too Faced Endless Summer bronzer, for that Mary Kay. As you guys know, or may not know, I've been on the search for a good bronzer brush for me and my face. This one has a little bit of a dome to it, which I really like. I also have liked this with the Hourglass powder to just kind of, you know, dust in the areas where I want to put it. It's a great brush. I know it is expensive. Keep it in mind for a VIB sale or something like that, or when like Ebates does 15% back or whatever, something like that. Worth it. It's worth every penny. I just talked about it in my brush video. And then the other brush I want to talk about, I just talked about this one in my brush video as well, but this was new to my collection, so it deserved a mention. And it's the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. This is great. Absolutely great for exactly what it's said that it's good for. To flawlessly blend out your concealer. Whew, you can tell it's been a rough morning for me. So I like this. It's soft, yet it has a little oomph to it so that it actually does blend. Sometimes I think things are too soft and you can't really blend it in very well. This is not the case. Very, very much like that. And then my last item that is a favorite for sure are these earrings from Express. And I saw these in my friend Laura, and like I said, I asked her immediately where she got them and went and ordered them myself. So these are triangle hoops from Express, and they are very lightweight. You put them in your ears, you don't even know. If you are on the phone a lot, like I am throughout the day, works well for that. It's not one of those ones where you feel like you have to take it off or it's poking you in the back or whatever. It's not too, as I drop it, it's not too long of a hook in the back as well. It's just perfect. I have worn one or the others of these every single day. I'm not wearing them today because I don't feel it's appropriate for where I'm going to wear a hoop, but generally a hoop, especially like that, is appropriate most of the time. All right, 2 fails. This one, I have not found the magic in this, and I am probably going to return this. I have tried and tried and tried, and there's no magic. This is the NARS Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder Loose. I know some people love this. I am not one of them. I can't find the magic. My face is broken. And then the last thing, and again, I promise I will do a full review on this because I know a lot of you really wanted to see it. This is the CoverGirl CoverGirl Facelift Effect Firming Makeup. I'll go into more depth on that on the review, but I can tell you right now, in my opinion, save your money. It's too expensive, not worth it. I love some CoverGirl products, not that one. So I will report it back, I promise. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you have a great day, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.